And in one corner of the East End, the work of a tiny morgue will become part of London's narrative. All communities here have been hit by the coronavirus, but this place, up and running in a matter of days, serves the desperate burial needs of the Asian community, pummeled the most by the disease. Some of the victims come from the nearby Royal London Hospital, having prayed much of their lives in the East London Mosque.
At the height, we were dealing with around 25 bodies daily coming into the morgue because the cemeteries and other funeral services weren't able to cope.
The leadership of the East London Mosque felt it had a duty to intervene when Muslim dead began to pile up.
It's beyond really comprehension. You know, people would have this guilt inside the family and the community that we couldn't do the right thing for our deceased, especially the ones that suddenly passed away. You know, so it would have been a guilt that would have been felt throughout our lives. You know, this lady phoned us up in Islam Mosque and said, well, look, I've got my dad who died, passed away in the hospital. My mum is quarantined in my home. I can't see her because I have to be away from her, and I can't see my dad before he is buried. This is the kind of situation that we had. And it brings tears to my eyes now, even now talking about it. This is how bad it was. You know, people felt so helpless.
The Muslim chaplain here, Imam Farouk Siddiqui, is proud of the Royal London's links to one of the biggest Muslim communities in Britain. He's on his way to see a patient who survived COVID-19, but whose underlying health conditions were complicated by the disease. She doesn't have much time, and she's refused any medical intervention at the end to save her life. A balm for the dying. Farouk's had to recite these words so many times in this pandemic. Farouk, just how important is it for that kind of prayer to take place?
It's really important for not just the patient, but her children and the kind of extended family. It's a kind of source of comfort for them to know that they've had a chaplain, a religious figure, come say some prayers for comfort. And this might be the last time they're able to speak and say the most important words in our faith, which is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, that there is no God but God.
Those who chronicle this time of coronavirus will record that this hospital and the community it served tried to work together to leave a legacy of which both could be proud.